Hey guys, it's XJ9 recording live from your local county prison cell, and I sounded like a radio DJ for some reason. Anyway, so this fight, I don't get me wrong, I love all these comic book characters they're putting in, I love these video game characters they're putting in, but I am really a big fan for when they represent children, not necessarily children's cartoons, but cartoons. When they represent cartoons, that just makes me, I love that with Death Battle. So, like I said, Jake Long, Danny Phantom, want that to happen. I must have that happen. Stuff like that, and this falls into that category pretty well. This fight's gonna be XJ9 or Jenny Wakeman or whatever you want to call her from My Life as a Teenage Robot versus Robotboy from Robotboy. Right off the bat, you can see the similarities if you look at these two characters. Analysis. For Jenny Wakeman, or XJ, I'm just gonna call her XJ9 because that's her official name, and yeah, I mean, people call her Jenny, but, XJ9 is, when you say XJ9, you know who I'm talking about, let's put it that way. A lot of people name Jenny, not a lot of people name XJ9, that's just my point. Well, built to be a sentient and feeling, teenage robot, and in terms of, physical ability, she is superhuman. In terms of physical ability, and before you say this, there's nothing in the show that dismisses this. And there's nothing in the show that dismisses this, and it says it explicitly in the opening. She has the strength of 1,070 men. Okay? Average man can lift about 150 pounds with bench press. Probably more than that, actually. So multiply 150 times 1,070. And I'm not even going to do that math. That's a lot of weight. I've never really known her to have, extremely superhuman speed. She can fly, like Iron Man style, with the foot jet things. She can, yeah, I mean, she can, really fucking, she's got, any weapon you need. She's like Inspector Gadget. She's got, and before you think that's, I'm kidding with that, she is shockingly like Inspector Gadget. She has whatever the hell you need inside of her, and half the time it's silly as hell. She's like a mix between Generator Rex and Inspector Gadget, where she's got anything she needs. Half the time it's useful and really awesome and badass. The other half it's just stupid. Like, she goes Mega Man and shoots rubber baseballs at people. Like, what the fuck? And then, then she's got a buzzsaw for no reason. Yeah. I believe she has, doesn't she have, laser eyes or something at some point during the show? I think she did. Supercomputer for a brain, all that, blah, blah, blah. In terms of, and yeah, she has used, guns and stuff before, but, yeah. Now, she's not without flaw. She's very easily broken. I remember she's been hit by, big rocks, and literally fallen into pieces. Now, that doesn't kill her, but, her head's over here, and her, arms are scattered, she has fallen into separate pieces. Her joints are very loosely connected. she's very, you know, strong and shit, but she's very loosely connected. And she rusts very easily. Like, it also says in the theme song, and there's nothing that disproves this, she rusts in the rain. Meaning, she rusts when there's a high amount of moisture in the air. Because that would mean she's made out of regular metal. She's made out of a metal that can rust. Which, you know, may or may not be incredibly durable. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. Anyway, let's move on to her opponent, though, because these two are really, like, handicapped, but they are really awesome. That's Robotboy, or Roby, as they call him. Again, I'm gonna keep going with Robotboy. He's a toy robot. He is. He was made to be disguised as a toy robot, but when he's activated, he can, he's strong enough to, what was it, he was strong enough to, I can't really remember any huge physical feats he did, but he is, like, superhuman strength despite his size. He can definitely fly faster than Jenny, I have no doubts about that. He can, he also has lasers in his own right. I believe he has, like, rockets or some shit. Like, he has actual, like, military grade weapons. Except he's not really, like, he's not smart. He doesn't have a supercomputer for a brain. He's like Data from Star Trek if you take away all of the supercomputer intelligence. Doesn't know anything about human capacity, like, knows very little about human custom. Yeah, doesn't know much about human customs. Really tries to learn. But again, like I said, Data is a fucking genius and can calculate things at, you know, like, almost faster than the speed of fucking light, whereas Robotboy does not have any sort of superhuman knowledge background. Also, in his regular form, he has been taken out by other robots. They were superior robots, obviously, but, you know, yeah. That's why he goes into his mega form, where he grows a lot bigger and gains a lot of strength and durability. His weapons all get upgraded, and his flight speed is, basically, he loses all that unseriousness. He goes into a pure, that's basically a badass form. Weapons upgrades, you know, physical ability upgrades. Problem is, it lasts for about 3 minutes. And he himself can only be active, stay activated for about a day and a half. Whereas Jenny literally has kept doing stuff for, like, ever. Like, I don't think she's ever had to recharge. So, and he goes back to normal after being in the Mega Form, because the Mega Form uses so much power, but he can only use the Mega Form so many times before recharging. And again, he can only stay in it for about 3 minutes. I think it said, like, he uses up, like, half of his reserve power from just being in the Mega Form, so he goes into that again, you know, twice. Jenny's gonna blow him right the fuck up. There are a lot of weaknesses with these two characters. If I had to put my money on somebody, I'm going with XJ9, and I know that's more of a girl show, because a female protagonist, and Robotboy is about, you know, Robotboy's like Pinocchio, you know, got all the guys hanging around, the girls are really all stereotypical. So yeah, call me, you know, say I'm stepping on your childhood. If you're a guy, I don't give a shit. Sorry, I don't care. My money's on Jenny, because I mean, her weakness is pretty, like, lame. you know, she rusts, and she may have crazy non-durability, but with her, like, diversity of arsenal, and just with her pure strength, like I said, 1,070 men she has the strength of, she could easily take down Robotboy. Now, he's faster, and if he hits her so many times, again, she's gonna fall apart. But I mean, it's close to call, but if he goes in that mega form, that's gonna probably be the thing that would get him a win. But, you know, but that's seriously like a critical handicap. I mean, that's like using double edge or some shit. That's just whoosh. So I'm gonna go with Jenny. Tell me what you think in the comments. Verbalizing95. See ya.